The meeting.
The
Okay?
meeting.
Every time I forget. Go ahead, Alessandro. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So I'm married. I have two kids, Vinicius and Mayara. Vinicius is 18 years old. Mayara 16 years old. And I think it's. I'm driving now, but in 10 minutes I will arrive at my house and I open my camera.
Okay, so be careful. Huh? Be careful. Okay.
Thank you.
Alessandro used to be my student in Saint-Gobain Group. That's the company is the largest building company in the world, construction company in the world. They sell everything. It's kind of, they are kind of verticalizing construction because they sell, they produce glass, they produce tire grout, they produce everything for construction. And perhaps it's a good partnership to Mariana, who is the who is the architect in the group.
I'm here and I want to contact you.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
That's it. It's someone has put something in the chat. Bob, are you recording the live? Of course I was not. Now I am. That was Marcia. iPhone entered. Whose iPhone is this? Hi, iPhone. How are you, iPhone? Okay, people, keep, you can make questions. Deborah, how are you, Deborah? Deborah is my daughter too, adopted also, okay? So, people, you can make questions to them. How is it living in Poland, for example? This is the first question to come. So, go on, people, make your questions, okay? First question, Marek and Carol, how is it to live in Poland?
I would think that's a question better answered by Carolina, because I'm actually, you know, living here since I was born here and I lived in Poland until.
And that's 18. Chris, okay? That rabbit or that bunny over there is Chris.
My camera just died.
Go ahead.
Chat, from the chat.
Yeah, she's talking on the chat. Okay, go ahead, Marek. Continue, please.
Hi, friends.
Yeah, sorry about my camera. It just died.
Como que liga a câmera? Não, vai aparecer nós, mano. Não, velho.
Hey.
Hey, Ricardo.
Vai embora, nós dois, só liga.
Hi, teacher. Aí, ele falou, hey, Ricardo.
Bem. Mark is introducing himself, okay? Mariana Junta is entered. Mariana Junta has had a dead connection there. Let's go, people. Keep on talking. Keep on making questions. Come on.
Hi, Mark.
Hi. Sorry.
Introduce yourselves, okay? Introduce yourselves, okay? The name is Marek, okay?
Mark.
Marek, no Mark. Marek. Marek is from Poland, okay? Come on, keep on talking. Dennis Romão is entering. Now you're gonna, someone who, this guy is joining, he talks a lot.
My brother.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry, Mark. No, don't be sorry. Be Ricardo. Okay?
No worries.
He's joining the group. And it's like this, Marek. People are joining, okay? Some people join and they leave. Some people join and stay. The thing is, Carol, introduce yourself, little princess.
My name is
Ana Ricardo.
And I'm Brazilian. And I'm married with Marek. He's
Brazilian.
Yeah, Carol is my niece.
Students.
Não, deixa eu escrever. I'm a Richard Brazilian student.
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And
Richard, introduce yourself. Ricardo, introduce yourself, please.
Ricardo, introduce. Não, cabeça. Aqui, ó. Calma.
No Portuguese, huh?
Yeah.
Portuguese assassinates people who speak Portuguese. Hi, Dennis.
Hello. Hello. How are you guys?
hello.
Hi, guys. Dennis, yeah, sorry.
Ricardo, where are you? Introduce yourself. Dennis, introduce
Hi.
yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Ricardo. I'm a Brazilian student.
Okay.
Ricardo started 1 week ago in my school. Huh?
Oh, great.
1 week ago. Okay. So we
Great.
have to be patient with him. Okay.
I am a 43 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
Dennis, where are you, Dennis? Dennis, I guess Dennis connection has died. Okay, people. Who?
Okay.
Dennis Romão is joining again. Who is the guy speaking there? Who is there? I guess it's Ricardo's kids are speaking also. Okay.
My children is come here.
They are there with you. Open the camera and show them to people.
No.
No.
Speak English, Kyle.
No.
Hi, my name is Kyle. I am 12 years old and I study in Sagrado. And I live in São Paulo.
Very good. Sagrado is the name of his school, okay? Sagrado Coração de Jesus, something like this, okay?
Okay.
It's like in Ireland, every school is named Holy Mother of God or something like that.
Yeah, kind of this. Kind of this. Carlos Henrique, introduce yourself, Carlos Henrique.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good afternoon, actually.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Very good, people. What about Dennis? Dennis, tell about yourself.
No, okay. I'm so sorry. I that moment I'm using my cell phone, and this time this machine I don't how can I say experience in a Zoom. Okay, my name is Dennis. I am an actuarial. I am student English with Bob. Bob is my teacher. And nice to meet you. I'm sorry, how can I pronounce your name?
Yeah,
Marek.
that was my problem in Brazil for most of my life. Yes, it's Marek.
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 Yeah.
Okay, Marek.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you, Marek. I am married. I have two kids. The first kid, my son, he is 20. 20. No. Oh
12.
my God.
12.
12. Yes. Years
It's
old.
12.
And I have a daughter. She is 8 years old.
Larissa, the hurricane.
Larissa. Yes, exactly. And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Marek.
Nice to meet you as well.
Emilio, you can make join the people and make questions to people. Mari, Deborah, where is Deborah? Deborah, Carlos Henrique, make questions to people.
Marek, I'd like to hear from you. How about the seasons, the weather seasons during the year over there? I mean, you have more winter time. I mean, you have more sunny places, sun time like here in Brazil. How do you, what's your impression and how do you feel living there? I know you're used to this, but I'd like to hear from you too, please.
Okay, nice. The thing is that comparing it to Brazil, it's like we have Brazilian winter for like more than a half a year. And then we have like 3 or 4 months of summer, which is either like medium kind of temperatures or very hot.
Yeah.
Because we are living actually here in the center of Poland, so it's very continental. So we have like harsh winters and pretty hot summers. So actually, we went here in 2016, and Carolina got hot here. So
Yeah.
so sometimes it's hotter than in Brazil. Sometimes sometimes most of the time.
It's much colder. Yeah, your city is in the very center of Poland. I have seen them in your city in Google, in the map. Man, it's almost the geographic center of the country.
Yeah, the geographical center actually is 12 kilometers from here. So,
my goodness, it's interesting. Because when that insane war disrupted, I got really preoccupied with you guys, of course, huh?
Yeah.
And but what somehow comforted me was the fact that your city was in the very center of the country, so they have to cover a large distance if they want to bother you guys.
They wouldn't be able to come even close. To tell you the truth, they're too afraid. It'll trigger the Article 5 from NATO, so they wouldn't like to mess with all of NATO. So
that's really interesting. Oh, Luana has joined. Luana, where are you, Luana? Luana, talk to us, please.
Hello.
Hey.
Introduce yourself, Luana.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
These are my students, Marek. They are all like me. They are all crazy, you know. The only one that is a little bit sane is Dennis, but the rest of people are totally crazy, totally insane. Take a look at Alessandro. Alessandro joined us
I've
too.
been living half of my life abroad, and I just came back to my own country, and I don't know anything here. Carolina can confirm. I'm going in circles here. I don't know anything about paperwork. I mean, I know more paperwork in Brazil than probably in here.
And that's interesting, huh? Marek is a foreigner guy. He lived in he was born in Poland, and he has lived more than 10 years here in Brazil. Yeah. We sometimes met in some. We met him. I met him one day some years ago in LG. I was teaching classes, and he was working there doing something. I don't know what. But it was insane, man, because imagine he has lived in Brazil for 10 years. Now he's in Poland. And how was this change for you guys? For you, particularly, Marek?
You know, the English have a saying, it's not very parliamentary, but they have a saying that most of the world is same shit, different smell. So, you know, it's more or less the same stuff everywhere. I mean, I've lived in England, I've lived in Germany, I lived in Portugal, I lived in Brazil. It just takes like 2 or 3 years to adapt, and it's all the same.
Yeah, for you, it's becoming all the same. You're a world citizen, huh? Living in Germany.
Carolina is getting used to very well. She starts speaking Polish, so, you know.
and I took 2 years or less to
Yeah.
adapt to because not too different. I think the most challenge is the language. So
Mhm.
the rest, I think it's very similar with Brazil. Not comparing the place, the nature, the other things, but I think it's very similar. There's no too different.
Yeah,
Is
Too
it
different.
the different thing is here that we have a lot of ancient buildings, not ancient like as in
Yeah,
Brazil for 100 years or
correct.
something. We have some buildings that are older than Brazil.
Yeah.
For example, we were in Krakow now, which is the former capital of Poland, and we have buildings there that are like 700, 800 years old. So,
Mhm.
and they're
Yeah,
still
that's the fact we love about Marcia and I love about Europe. You
yeah,
have buildings that are old, trams that seems to be old, but they have all technology inside. So
Mhm.
yeah,
this contrast is
Yeah.
absurd. Because we took a tram in Amsterdam, where the tram was, if you look outside, it was an old vehicle.
yeah,
Wherever we enter to get transported by the tram seems to be all kind of technology, maps, people to help you.
yeah.
That's insane, man. That's
Because
fantastic.
it's something like that in Europe. Mostly, we don't throw away things; we just adapt them to live longer. So we have like a lot of old-looking technology, which is pretty new. So they leave the shell and they basically change everything inside.
That's it. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. And for you, Carol,
Mm.
what kind of city is that to you? Is it a large city? Is it a small city? Tell us about it.
Comparing to São Paulo, that I born,
It's a
Anything
bit.
compared to São Paulo is insane.
have 600.
My city has around 650,000 people, not counting the Ukrainians right now, because with the Ukrainians we would have probably like a million
Yeah.
right now.
Smaller than Ribeirão Preto and Campinas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. People, make questions, huh? People, make questions.
Marek, I'd like to hear from you as soon as you mention the Ukrainian people. I'd like to hear how are your impression and how are live with those people, because they are suffering a lot, you know, and sometimes it's difficult even for the countries to receive them, you know, because I used to work as a humanitarian actor, and I do understand how difficult it is for the countries who receive people, but it's even difficult to people who are leaving their home countries and moving to there without the properties, the things they used to have over there. How are your experience? I mean, the experience of your people over there in your city, please.
Okay, Emilio. The thing is that Poland and Ukraine were one country for most of our history. It was always like that half of Ukraine was Polish, half of Ukraine was Russian. Ukraine started to exist in the beginning of the 20th century, actually. So we're kind of used to them. We have a very similar language. They kind of learn Polish in 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. So they kind of integrate very well in Poland, I think. We don't have any issues with them. They don't have any issues with us. We had some bad history together, but the war did an exception there, and right now we're pretty good together. There's not much issue. We treat them like ourselves, like Polish. We don't actually see that they're actually Ukrainian or not, because they, as I said, they integrate very well in Poland. So they have the similar culture, they have similar food, they have similar language. So it's not kind of a culture shock, you know.
Okay,
People,
Mark,
make
thank you.
questions,
Nice
make
to hear that.
questions.
Hey, Marek,
Some people.
I have a question. I have a son. He is a handball player, and in Poland there are a lot of clubs, traditional clubs about this sport. It's easy a foreigner to start to play in a club like in this country.
I'm not entirely sure because I haven't followed that path. I was a volleyball player myself, but I was a player back when it was still the late communism, beginning of democracy in Poland. So it was a little bit different. We weren't accepting that much foreigners. But from what I can see in my city, because my city is like a student city, so we have a lot of universities, a lot of exchange students. Actually, one of the girls that works for me is an exchange student, and she's from Ghana, and she stayed in Poland. I don't think that there should be like difficulties in accessing kind of sport universities or something like that here. I'm not really sure how it works, but I know that there's some interchange programs. I can't remember the name right now because it's not Erasmus. Erasmus is the European one, but there's another one which is the one encompassing all of the world. I think that most of the universities are open to that, so I wouldn't think that it's very difficult to come here and to study. They will probably require some documents, but well. It will be a little bit, you know, faster if you joined some kind of a program.
Yes, he's thinking about to start by university, a program to start a university. But I don't know.
He would have to get a student visa because otherwise he would be able to be here without a visa for 90 days. And then he would have to go out of the European Union and come back at least for a day, you know what I'm saying? And then he would be able to stay another 90 days. But if he has a student visa and if he has an active university study, right, he would be able to be here for the duration of the visa. So basically, he will have to pass the exams to get a prolongment of the visa.
Good, thank you. About the language in the university, the English, the class. The language, do you know that? The language that used in the university, it's in English or not? Poland.
For the foreigners, they would use English, yes, but it goes up to a point because when you finish some semesters, they will push you to start speaking the native tongue that you're here. It's more or less like I was in Portugal, you understand? Because I went to Portugal as an exchange student as well. So I had the first half a year in Polish, and then I had everything in Portuguese. So I had to learn Portuguese in basically a half a year. I had the trait because I knew Latin, so I could read Portuguese. I couldn't speak it, and you can imagine the Portuguese accent is very difficult. So they kind of give you a grace period, like for a year, probably a year and a half here, and then you would have to start attending like partially classes that are in Polish, just to learn. But there are some students here that are exclusively in English as well. That actually depends on the course, I believe.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting because his son is quite an athlete. He plays really well. I have seen some videos from himself, and the guy is really good at handball.
We actually have a friend here that their cousin or something like that is playing for football for a football team here. Tachi.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's the guy is really good, and it is. I really saw some videos. The guys, Dennis is joining again. So a minute,
Yeah.
and this is rather interesting. Whenever he says that the guy wants to play to be a handball player, and unfortunately, and Delto is entering. Delto is joining everybody. Okay, Delto used to be my student, and he lives today in Canada. So we're having Canada, Recife, São Paulo, Poland, São Caetano, that's Fernando is from São Caetano. So everybody, we're having a world tour here. Okay, and it's really a pity that Brazilian. Say hi, Delto.
Oh, how are you?
It's really a pity that Brazil, we don't have any program from the government, something to foment this kind of
I
project. That's
will,
really
I will, listen, I will follow up. I can't remember the name of the program. It's a world kind of accessible program that you can actually apply to, and it's like not that difficult to study abroad. So yeah, I'm going to check it and leave a message with Bob.
Okay. Also, you have a possibility there. Delto, introduce yourself, Delto.
Hi. Sorry for my delay today. My name is Delta. And I was in an event in the Barry Library. That's the library for Barry.
It seems to be hot there.
Yeah? Yeah,
It's hot there.
Oh, look at that. It's 14 degrees. It's hot.
Wow.
For Canadians, 14 degrees is almost summer in Brazil.
It's almost a Brazilian summer up there.
Yeah, that summer you finish here officially this week.
Yeah.
This week you finish summer. But some days around 8, 9 a.m. The weather was around 7 degrees, 6 degrees. It's fine. It's not bad.
Here is 16, and look at what me. I'm using.
No, here's 14.
1, 2, 3. I'm wearing a t-shirt under my shirt. That's flannel, okay? And I'm wearing a jacket. Oh my goodness!
I know. No,
talk a little bit about the experience. Those are Marek and Carol, okay? Talk a little bit about the experience in Canada.
My experience here is fantastic. Especially on Saturdays, there is an event in their library. The name is English Conversation Circle.
Oh,
right. And this event is to aggregate and get together people on different countries. Just for have an idea, there were in my table people from India, people from Mexico, people from Ireland, England, Canada, of course. And we discuss some different subjects every week. And finish now. And usually my wife, she's in Brazil now, visit in South Brazil, visit some relatives and friends. And usually she's with me here. She likes to come here. It's an amazing place. And during the discussion, we talk about the reason to come to Canada. And I said, the first reason, safety. Safety. The second reason, because it's not easy for people after getting retirement in Brazil to live without health plan, private health plan. You don't have money to do this anymore. And so my plan was move to the country, different countries like Canada, to continue live. And I continue working here. And I'm not considered older than in Brazil, all right? In Brazil, no, after 45 years old, you are considered old. People don't give you a job. You know, if you lose your job, you have a big issue to replace it, get another job. Or you can get another job, but lower conditions than before. So, but the country, they respect about others here. Um, um, I think it's a good place to live, but it's too expensive to live here, especially to pay leases. Housing is not easy to live here. You need a lot of money now. This thing happened especially after COVID times. Before the COVID time was expensive, but now it's increased a lot. Just for have an idea, I need to move from. I rent my house until March this year, and the house was 4 bedrooms, and now I pay 30% more for a house with 2 bedrooms. I need to move because the landlord sold my house. The house I was living, I need to get out. That's it.
That's it.
And
That's
about
Delto was my student kind of 15 years ago.
more.
No,
I think
more than that.
more, 17, 18 years old. Years ago.
17, 18 years ago, he was my student. He came to me with a proposal of moving to Canada. Bob, and I need to take my TOEFL examination, wasn't it?
No, IELTS.
IELTS.
IELTS. Some people say IELTS, don't say IELTS.
But indeed, he's there, living there with his family, and that's really nice. His wife was my student also, but his wife was not that dedicated like him. But now, of course, she can speak good English. But in that time, it was interesting so he prepared himself for the opportunity, and this is nice. Okay. Dennis, you don't have any questions, Dennis? Dennis is so quiet. Dennis, it looks like strange people. Dennis is not speaking. He loves speaking, huh?
No, Bob, no. I'm so sorry. But I have a question. I have a question about, if I understand, I'm sorry, Mark, yeah? Marek. Okay, Marek, you told us that you lived in Brazil 10 years, yes?
Yeah.
What is different living in Brazil and in Poland?
Well, the principal difference is the weather. You have very much hotter weather, yeah, and your winters are normally like the beginning of our summer. So the climate is totally different. The people are different. They're not different for me because I said that I always say that I was born in the wrong country because I'm more Brazilian than Polish. Because Polish are really close,
Yeah.
and they keep to themselves. No, not like that. Well, what was the question again? Sorry.
The difference between Brazil and to live in.
Oh, the difference. Oh, yeah. The second biggest difference is that life is cheaper here than in Brazil. I mean, at least in São Paulo. We have like 30-40% cheaper food. We don't pay the rent because I have an apartment, but yeah, it's a little bit. You earn a little less than in São Paulo, but you have the purchasing power. Like it's quite bigger.
Nice, nice. And the food, what the different food? You like food in Brazil, Brazilian food, for example, barbecue, or Poland food is much better than Brazil?
Okay. You can't make a Brazilian barbecue in Poland because the quality of meat of veal is terrible. It burns before it gets even roasted a little bit. The food, I like all of the food from everywhere. Carolina knows I eat everything. I don't have any. Okay, I don't eat feijoada from Portugal because it's disgusting. But it's Portuguese feijoada.
Yeah.
Well, we do all of sort of mix of foods here. We eat mostly like Italian, Polish, and Brazilian cuisine here. So
okay.
yeah, we do Felicidade do Povo. So arroz, feijão e ovo.
Nice. And the drink, what the kind of drink do you like? For example, I don't know if you taste alcohol drink, for example, caipirinha in Brazil. And do you taste the kind of drink?
We drink a lot of wine here and beer. But Poland is known for their spirits. Normally, people would drink vodka here. I don't have the capability of digesting strong alcohol, so I'm not drinking vodka. I have one vodka actually that my sister gave me like last Christmas, and I'm still finishing the bottle.
Yeah. Someone is destroying something in the backyard there. The backstage. Someone is destroying something in the back of someone in there. The guy seems to be hammering something on, huh? You know. Okay, Alessandro,
Nice.
don't you have any questions? Luana, do you have a question? Alessandro, there is a good message for you, guy, in the chat. Open the chat. Fernando let a good hint for you in there. Luana, make a question, Luana. Talk to us. We miss you, Luana.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Good afternoon,
Luana.
guys. My face is not looking good today. I'm going to read on the photo. And question. I live in Taboão da Serra, São Paulo. I question, what has the biggest difficulty in going to a foreign country? Is correct?
Foreign country, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Just to tell you, Luana is in my course for 2 weeks, huh? And 3 weeks, and she skipped 2 classes. I am here, okay, people. She's 3 weeks in the course. She skipped 2 classes, and her classes are once a week. I'm just taking a look at her.
But
she takes classes on Saturdays, okay, and she skipped 2 classes.
Bob.
So, if I understood, your question was what is the most difficult part to move to a foreign country? I would think that it's paperwork, because you know, to get the visa and so on and so forth, it's time taking. For example, Poland is a bureaucratic country as much as Brazil is, so you have to do a lot of paperwork to get the papers all correct. That would be the most difficult part. I think the second most difficult part is flying 9 hours from Brazil to Poland. Other than that, I don't think anything is difficult.
You understand, Luana?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very good. She's
Thank you.
she's my
Thanks.
student, okay, people? She's my student. Huh? All
Good.
right. Where is Mari? Mari, I guess Mari's connection is there. Mariana, she's an architect, and she was with us up to some minutes ago. I don't know. She's taking care of Arezzo store, and Arezzo is opening a shop for the 50th anniversary of the company on Oscar Freire, and Mariana is the how can I tell you, is the architect who is responsible for setting up the store. And he was here with us. I guess her connection is there. But it's like this. People, be free. Our time is going away, so be free. Make your questions. Go ahead. They are there to listen to you. Go on, guys. Go on, Emílio, Alessandro, Dennis, Delto, everybody, Carlos Henrique, Deborah, let's do everybody.
Currently, part I see a lot of noise here. I can't really understand. Okay, now it was Delta. Okay, now I know. Okay, wait. Sorry.
Marek, I would like to hear from you. What are the professionals, the work environment over there here in Poland? I mean, over the world, people are talking about IT. Technology is, is the mainstream of the fields nowadays. But which other fields in your country? I mean, medicine. I mean, broadcasting. I mean, construction. Could you tell us about the work environment over there, please?
Yeah. So mostly, from what I know, most of the foreigners are IT based here. There's a big IT pole in Katowice, which is like in the southwest of Poland. Poland is trying to push a little bit like the technological part right now. So they are taking in a lot of IT engineers, automation engineers. What else? Construction. Construction is going on all the time here since the 90s, but I wouldn't say that construction is very much saturated with foreigners, because we have a lot of construction engineers here in Poland. Yeah, basically that, and we have a lot of companies like ours, which are like those third-party companies who actually provide financial services to other companies. So we have like Philips, Capita, Fujitsu, and so on and so forth, like those huge third-party companies that actually lend services to other companies, and we have a lot of foreigners there. Obviously because of the language need, right? So we have a lot of people that we need on customer services, accounting, IT, basically, and that's it, basically.
Yeah, there is a question here from Fernando. He would like to know from you, how far do you think Poland is going to go in the upcoming World Cup? What do you think about soccer in Poland?
Me and football, it's a difficult thing, difficult relationship. I know what it is. I know that you have 22 guys running around chasing one ball, and that's basically my knowledge of football. even though I was living 10 years in Brazil. I have no idea. I know that we have one guy, I think he's called Lewandowski, which is like the guy to play with, but the rest of the team, well, they kind of, they take pictures with him.
They take pictures and get autographs from him.
It's difficult to have one Ronaldo and nothing else,
Yeah, as far as you don't know, some people don't know people, but Lewandowski is Poland. It's Polish. He plays in Germany all the time, but he's Polish.
No, yes, he is excellent player in the world.
Yes, player.
I also know
excellent.
If Poland played with Brazil, we would lose tremendously.
But in volleyball,
yeah, in volleyball, it's I'm more into volleyball than football. So in volleyball, it's like that. We always go to the finals. We always meet Brazil, and it's always we win the first set because you let us, and then we lose the 3 others. So it's always like that.
Yeah, but it seems that last week Poland declassified Brazil from the final match. They got 3-0, 3 sets zeros to Poland on Brazil's team. Yeah,
it happened. It happens once in 50 years.
Really nice, people. We are here, so we are living the we're going to the last part of our live of today. Lots of students didn't join, so I'm gonna kill everybody one by one. This is gonna be
Come on, Dexter.
Yeah, an assassination in series. But it's like this. It's always fine to see you guys and hear everybody here. Emílio is speaking from Recife. My good. Delto is speaking from Canada. That's outstanding, isn't it? That's really nice. So people, say goodbye, say your last considerations, okay? Be concise, all right? And go ahead. Everybody can say goodbye.
I'd like to thank you guys. So nice to meet so many different people, and hopefully with the good guidance from Bob, you're going to be like native soon. You're going to speak probably American English because Uncle Bob is American English, and we're here more like British English in Europe. But but you'll know the universal English, okay? Not the obscure British one. But yeah. Nice to see you guys.
I'm trying to teach them some Britain English, so the next time we have a chat, you could be better understood, and we could make ourselves more understandable to you guys.
Yeah, Carolina actually learned Irish English as well, so she's already.
My goodness, Carol.
Oh yeah, I have this difficult, Bob. I have this difficult, but Japanese English is totally crazy.
Yeah,
because I am working a company, a big company in Japanese. Sometimes I need to talk about insurance with Japanese. So the language, how can I say? Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Dennis
of
works
my
for
name.
Sompo.
Very single.
Dennis works for Sompo, one of the largest company in Brazil, insurance. I guess it's one of the largest in Japan too. So guys, here's a hot shot, huh?
Yeah.
That is Delto, my friend Delto. Delto, when are you coming back to Brazil so we have a coffee at Starbucks and you get another bottle of wine?
Of course, November.
November?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess he's playing hide and seek with his wife because his wife is in Brazil now. Whenever she comes back to Canada, he comes to Brazil.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
they are playing hide and seek.
Yeah, because you need to stay here to take care kids.
English.
Take care kids. I don't know. I don't know if you have a time to explain, but I'm forced parent here. Yeah, and have kids at home. And,
Yeah.
And when my wife, when she goes to Brazil, I need to stay here, and vice versa. It's the same.
Mm-hmm. It's
We
playing
need to
hide and
take
seek.
care. That's
They are playing. They are playing
money.
hide and seek.
November, wait for me.
Delta is a dear friend. Delta is a dear friend, and he is the ambassador of this program. He's always indicating people so we could talk to people in Canada. That this month I was a little rebel. I decided to contact you guys in Poland. So it's always nice to talk to you guys. I love you guys, okay? I love you. Don't always remember this. We are here and we love you with our wide heart. You know, guys, thank you so much. I mean, people, open the cameras,
so much,
everybody, so we can take a photo of everybody. Luana, Carlos Henrique, Débora, Fernando, open your cameras and give me a big smile, okay? Where are Carlos Henrique, open the camera. Débora, open the camera. Fernando is not opening the camera. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Peace. And once more. Jeez. Okay, now once more. Carlos has joined it.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye-bye, people.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Carol, my darling.